Hi, welcome again to Share with Charlotte podcast, where emphasis is placed on finding balance in relationships. I am the creator and host, and I want to say thank you again for tuning in. And I also want to invite you to check out my other episode on my channel, and I hope you find them to be insightful, interesting, good feeding. But if you do, I'd like you to click the like button at least. Please subscribe and follow and become a part of my podcast community. So thank you for that. And I want to go ahead and really get started with this particular episode. And this one was just heavy on my heart to speak about because I know a lot of people struggle with this. It's a 5-letter word, but it's a big word. It's a big elephant in the room when it comes to relationships. And it can even start with you. It can start with whether your partner, your spouse, even your children, your family. It's a big word. It's a small letter, only 5 letters, but it's a big word because it comes with something big that you have to give up, and that's being to be vulnerable. And that's the word trust. Trust is big, guys. It's big. It's big to trust. That's why a lot of us mistrust because we find difficulty in trust. Because when you trust, you're literally allowing other people in a position to where if they wanted to take advantage of you, and you're relinquishing your power when you trust. Because I'm trusting you with that. I'm not going to build this wall around me where I feel like I always have to keep myself protected because I feel that I can believe in you. I believe what you say is your truth. I can trust it. And that is hard to do. But you're in relationships. And it started as early as when you're a child. I remember when I was raising my children, and it was very, very important to me that I say what I mean and I mean what I say, because I was building trust with them so that they know if I said something, then I would do it. If I said, I would really try every means in me to make sure it happened because I wanted them to trust me. But a lot of us, when we're children, we didn't get that. We were able to be in relationships where we was often lied to. People in and revolving doors, in and out. You get close to something and then it's taken away from you. And there's an innate to mistrust as opposed to trust. Because when I cared about something, it was taken away. When someone told me they would do something, they never did. And so you just assume because of all of that was instilled in you that that's the way people are. You can't trust them. And so you take all that baggage with you when you're in relationships. And then you have some of us who may, as a child, you may or may not have been the brightest star in the sky. You may have been ridiculed. You may have been laughed at. You may have been talked down to. You may have been degraded. So you struggle with even trusting yourself because you've been made to feel small. And you carry that baggage with you as you get older. And you bring that to relationships. But trust is a big thing. It's huge, but it's powerful. And if anyone trusts you, or they're willing to relinquish trust and give up some of their own power to allow you and to trust you with it, that's truly is someone who actually just gave you the highest compliment. The highest compliment is when they can be vulnerable with you. Because what they're saying is, I trust the fact that I can be myself with you. I can trust the fact that you won't judge me. I can trust the fact that if you say you're going to be faithful to me, I trust it. I'm not going in expecting the worst, but I'm going in expecting the best. I trust you because I see that you care for me, that I feel secure, some sense of security in you because I know that you're going to take care of me. You're not going to use me. You're not going to abuse me, mistreat me, but you're going to have my best interest at heart. Those are the kind of relationship that you want But the underlying foundation of it all really is trust. Can I trust you with my money? Can I even trust to tell you that I have money? Because some people have to hide money. Because once you say you have money, they're already deciding how they want to help you spend the money. So trust is big in everything. You in a friendship. Can I trust you to be a friend? I know I can trust me to be your friend, but can I trust you to be a friend to me? You have family. Can I trust you? Even though we may have been raised together, lived together, or extended family, it doesn't matter. But can I trust you that you love me unconditionally? Because I'm not perfect. Or are you gonna judge me? Or are you gonna talk about me? Or are you gonna label me, dislike me? But trust is huge. And that's why a lot of us struggle with that word, that 5-letter word. We struggle with trust. We go into relationship. But just think about it, we carrying that baggage with us of our previous relationship, whether you've been cheated on, whether someone mistreated you, abused you, taken advantage of. So you meet the next person. And a lot of us go in believing and actually think we're going to have the worst because that's what happened in my previous relationship. We anticipate the worst. But the worst thing that you can do to a person who know their heart is good and their intentions are good is to be in a relationship of mistrust where you've done nothing to create that. You've done nothing to incite that. You've done nothing to be in a position to be considered to be that particular person or to be labeled that person. Because we all carry something to the relationship. And some of us just bring baggage of stuff as mistrust. But it's hard. And if you're in a space or a place where you're one of those people, it's not like somebody did something to you, not this person. Maybe other people did something to you, but not this person. But I don't know how to get out of that. I don't know how to not be this person. I don't even like being this person. It's like I'm stuck in this place and I'm tearing my relationship apart. I see the hurt I'm doing to the one that say he loves me or she loves me or care about me. I see how I'm chiseling away the good and I'm replacing it with, or there's struggle, there's chaos, there's problematic, just one issue after another. And I can't seem to get a grip on how to stop being this person because I don't know how to trust. But you can start with, as you call, trust building. Trust building, just small bites of trust. You don't just take one leap, that's too much. But you can do small bites of just building trust. Like one little block at a time, you building trust. Because I'm telling you, it's hard to have, well, it's impossible to have a healthy relationship without trust. But it's hard to even be in a relationship without trust. Because you create a habit, you create chaos, you're self-destructive, and you're killing the relationship because of the vulnerability you're not willing to be. Because of the vulnerability allows you to lose your control. And I can't do that because that'd make me weak. I got to make sure I'm good. So I got to make sure I'm good because I don't trust you to make sure that I'm good. So I got to always protect myself. I got to make sure that what's around me, that I'm good. And there's nothing wrong with that part of it, but it's not good if it takes away from the other person who just want to also add to what that is in your life to be good. But because you mistrust that individual, they don't even know how to do that with you because you're suspicious of everything they would do. That they have an ulterior motive. It is not just because I want to be good to you, but what do you really want? Because I'm suspicious of everything because I don't trust the fact that you're genuine. Trust. Trust is such a small 5-letter word, but it's huge and it's really big and it's necessary if you're going to have a healthy relationship on any level, whether it be your workplace, with your children, with yourself, with your significant other, with your spouse. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because trust is necessary. Now, can you trust everybody? Absolutely not. You can trust everybody. Because some people really do have ulterior motive to do you harm, to betray you, to be deceiving. That's why they call it scam. People always scamming. That's why you always have to still be on the outlook, looking out for yourself. Because everybody does not have good intentions. But are you with someone in a relationship that you feel does not have good intentions, that does not have your interests at heart? And then if you ask yourself that, is it really them or is it really you? Have they done anything to where you should believe that they don't have good intentions for you? Or are you going on your previous relationship so you assume this person have to be the same because all of them are alike? But that's kind of stuff we feed ourselves until we start believing it. That you can't possibly be that good. You can't possibly be that honest. You can't possibly love me like that. Because we find ourselves where we just don't believe somebody could love us like that, treat us this good. Something got to be wrong with this. So you go around and you're searching for something. Just something. You can't see the good because you're too busy looking for the negative. But let me just say this. We all got something. So if you're looking for negative, you're going to find negative. Because we all got something. We're imperfect people. We got baggage. Your baggage may not be mine and my baggage may not be yours. But if you're looking for negative, you're going to find negative. Because we all got something. We're imperfect people. But a lot of what we carry is also what we bring in the relationship. It's not always what's created within the relationship. We bring stuff in. Or relational trust versus mistrust. Because mistrust would never win a relationship. But trust will. So it just depends on where you are in your relationship. And why do you find it difficult to trust? And why you choose to mistrust than to trust? And then those out there who do trust. And then I'm just saying, just ask, why do you trust? And you can probably find many reasons that this person is giving you reason that you can trust them, that you can be vulnerable and be your complete self to them. You don't have to put this wall and this shield around you to feel like I need to stay protected. that I can shed all this and be into my nakedness, just who I am, fully who I am, because he accepts me. She accepts me without judging me, without degrading me. And guys, that's huge. That's huge when you can be yourself, share your thoughts, your opinion. That's why a lot of us in relationships, we choose to just be quiet because we don't want to hear the mouth once I speak because you're already coming at me. I can't trust to share my thoughts, my feelings without feeling like it's going to be something chaotic. We got to argue, but you shouldn't have to be able to share and it creates an argument. And that's another topic that I like to speak on. But trust going into any relationship is so vital. And if you thinking about somebody that you want to be with, but you have this mistrust, you stepping into something that's already dysfunctional. Simply because mistrust create chaos, jealousy, accusations, arguments, continuous arguments, insecurities, sometimes even to the level of fights and abuse because things get out of hand because of mistrust. It's crazy, crazy place to be when you're in a relationship of mistrust as opposed to trust. You go somewhere, you come home. Not only can I say where I've been, but you may have to prove where you've been. Mistrust. Money gone out the bank. You know what you had in the bank or what the two of you had, but now money gone. And nobody explaining where the money went. The money's gone. Mistrust. That's why I know a lot of time in relationship, people don't put their names on the same account. Not always the case, but definitely sometimes the case. Mistrust. Always have to check on somebody. Check in every 30 minutes. Mistrust. Drive around to your job, make sure your car is there. But did you really go to work? Or did you go somewhere else? Mistrust. Time you from the time you leave your job to the time you should make it home. But you're 10 to 15 minutes late. Argument. Mistrust. Always suspicious of everything. Mistrust. Trust is so vital. Trust is so necessary because you want to be with someone that you truly can just give yourself to freely. That you don't have to check behind everything someone does. And nobody have to keep checking you. Trust. You want to go home, park your car in the garage or wherever you park. Go in your house and you feel good about saying, I'm home. It's trust. Or do you drive around the block? Sit out in your car for a while. Because when I go in, I got to be interrogated. Mistrust. People go through some stuff, I'm telling you. Just that one word. Do you trust me? Because I'm giving you my everything. I'm allowing myself to be vulnerable to you. I'm shedding my power. But I just want Your words, what you do, how you say you love me, gonna do these things with me, for me, to be truth. I want to trust your truth. I want to feel secure in your truth because I want to be all in. And that's the kind of things you want in a relationship, to be all in. Not one foot in, one foot out, because I don't know where this is going. I don't know if I can trust this guy. I don't know if I can trust this lady. Because I'm telling you, a lot of relationship is built on mistrust. It's on shaky, shaky, shaky grounds. Because it can't stand. It can't be firm. It can't be rooted if it's shaky. Relational truth, relational trust versus mistrust. But if you're not there in that place, just try trust building one block at a time. Can I trust this? I'm going to try it. I know I've been this way, but I'm going to try it. But it's trust building. Because some people really do give you reason to mistrust. They mess up. They mess up. But we're all human. You have to decide when somebody mess up. If you want to continue the relationship, deal with that, forgive that, and learn again how to trust build. Because that's what you're doing. You're rebuilding the trust that you thought you had or that you did have. And now something happened and you got to rebuild it. That's the difference. And again, everybody doesn't necessarily have to do anything to create the mistrust. You just came that way. And that's not good. And that's not even fair to the other person. That's torture. Because let me tell you something about being with someone who mistrusts you and you really haven't done anything to create the mistrust. You can't fix that. That suitcase been carrying around a long time, but you can't fix that. You're like, well, if I did this, if I did that, then maybe she will, or maybe he will. You know, because any one thing out of line, you right back where you started. So the only thing you can do for someone like that is, baby, we need to go get some help. Let's go together for counseling. Or let's go talk to somebody. Because I can't fix this. I don't want to lose you. I love you. But I don't know how to work this. And I sure don't know how to fix this. I've been myself. I've been honest. I've been faithful to you. I do this for you. I do that for you. I'm always over here. I'm taking care of business. And it's not enough. But you can't expect perfection because I'm not going to be a perfect person. But I'm a good man. I'm a good woman. But yet you looking for anything I don't do to throw at me. And that's mistrust. But look at when you do like two sides of the paper. And then what do you like about this person? What do you dislike? What do you trust and what you mistrust? I mean, to be seriously honest with that. Because some of the stuff you may find out is really you. It's not really them, it's really you. So what does this person do? Or what does this person don't do? What throws you off? And maybe also have real talk. But nobody can fix somebody who brought that baggage in the relationship. You can't fix that. You pray over it. You get it to God. You be the best that you know how to be in that relationship. But that baggage been carrying around for a long time, long before you. And you can't all of a sudden unpack it. That's not how it works. But you can learn to take one piece out at a time. They have to be willing, open that suitcase and take out one piece at a time and find that place of trust so it's not filled with so much baggage of mistrust. Because we're a product of our history. We didn't just get here by happenstance. We got here because of history. And a lot of our history is not good. So, what I want to say to that is it is relational trust and mistrust, but you cannot be built anything solid in any relationship. I don't care where it is, who it is, starting with your children, actually, starting with yourself, because you have to also trust you. Trust the things that you do in life, decisions that you make. We don't have all the answers, so we go and ask someone we do trust. And then whatever decision you make, do you trust that decision? Or you still beating yourself up because you're waiting for the shoe to fall? Because you just assume you shouldn't have made that decision. You're always down on yourself. Even when things works out well, you doubt yourself all the way to the fruition of, okay, it's good. That's a lot to not mistrust you. So sometimes we just beat ourselves up because we don't even trust ourselves. But your life is full and filled with decision making that we make on a daily. And that you're not unsure of, yeah, ask. But some things you got to make a decision. But do you trust you to do that? Do you? Because your trust starts with yourself. So what I'm saying to you is, I'm always looking at self-discovery, but it's one of those situations that you have to ask yourself, you're in a relationship. And if you're not in a relationship, what do you want to carry into the next relationship that you go to? Do you want to carry trust or do you want to carry mistrust? Do you need to do a self-discovery and work on yourself? Do you need to do some self-building because you know you got this problem? Do you owe somebody an apology because you know you've overreacted because of your baggage? Or you're in a place of just true thankfulness because you're in a relationship of trust. And I'm just thankful because I trust my significant other. I got a loving family. I trust my family. My kids, the way I'm bringing them up, they know my word is good because my word means something. So I'm learning them and showing them that they can trust me because it starts young. So I'm building that in me so I can be trustworthy of anybody coming in my life or my space. That I want to come across as a trustworthy individual. That you can count on me. You can be vulnerable with me. You can share with me. My whole thing is to be faithful to you. whether it be a friend, whether it be a partner, whether it be a mother, whether it could be a father, whatever. But I want to be faithful in my position with you. That's why at the end of the day, the one person that you know is forever and 100% faithful is going to be God. But you're down here with all these people, and you're in the midst of all these people trying to figure it out. Relational trust versus mistrust. There's a big elephant in the room when it comes to relationships. Big, it's huge, huge. So I thank you for listening. I thank you for tuning in. I hope it's been good information, insightful information, just encouraging. If anything, to just check yourself. It's all about finding balance in relationship. But if you don't have trust, I promise you there is no balance. You have to have trust. And can you trust everybody? Absolutely not. And let's just keep it real. You can't trust everybody. Can't do that. But that's the realness of it all. Because you know the one you can, and you know the one you can't, based on certain reasons. But everybody are not trustworthy. We know that. But in a relationship, because everybody you ain't no relationship with, but when you're in a relationship, how's that defined? Is it relational trust or mistrust? And that's starting with yourself. So thank you again for listening. Please visit my website, www.sherwithcharlotte.com. And I really hope this information has, again, been insightful, good feeding for you. And I hope, too, that you do go back and look at and check out some of my other episodes if you have not. And always, if you do like the message, click that like button. And I just thank you for your support and thank you for your encouragement and all your message and comments. I hope this has been good feeding. Relational trust versus mistrust. And I pray that you can find trust in your relationships. Thank you.